What is up, y'all? We are back. We're finally able to talk about MechaBREAK again. And this time we don't have to say it's in its development phase. We are literally 8 days away. At the time of this recording, we are 8 days away from the launch of the game. July 1st is when the game launches. Later, I'll put up the time. I'll probably put it now, but we'll put up the times that it's going to release for different areas. We are a day off of Kris having his preview stream for season 0, and a lot of information came out that we are able to actually discuss and be hyped about. So what I wanted to do is just talk about a couple of things that, one, I'm excited to see. Two, I hope you are excited to see and are excited to play this when it releases. And just get kind of ideas of what you want to do when it's really, like, what suits you're going to use or what you're going to be looking forward to and all that when this happens. So right out the gate, the most important thing that was shown is that Lumina has a finisher, guys. Lumina has a finisher. It is up for everyone. Anytime I see that indicator on the screen, hit the input, I'm hitting finisher. It's happening. Those who've played with me before know that if I see it, I'm hitting it. Anytime that there is the objective's over here, but someone just died, finisher. Y'all can get the objective. I'm going to get the finish. It's on y'all. It ain't on me no more. There's finishers. Anytime I'm going to hear that Mortal Kombat song, finish. I'm going to hear every single time that it happens, I'm getting a finisher. And okay. No, for real. All right, let's get to the real point. So maps, there was a lot of discussion on maps. They showed, especially for Poseidon, that there's dynamic points on maps. So just for example, Poseidon, point A actually was being covered in water, or actually was like being flooded with water. And with that, there are effects versus, like, if you're in space, which we are getting space maps. We're not just getting like the maps that we've had for different betas, closed and open and stuff like that. So you have ground maps, you have space maps, and then you have maps that will have like water somewhere on them, maybe flooded areas and everything. Water and space will affect mobility. There are some suits that will do way better in different environments. So like just in space, Sky Raider and Falcon will have a mobility advantage over other suits. For water, it will decrease your beam damage, decrease your maneuverability. Falcon and just Sky Raider, for example, are not able to transform. Beam damage and blast damage are decreased by 40%, but you can still lock on to people while you're down there. Especially now with what they changed for Falcon, where when Falcon does this recon, it works for the whole team. But you can still lock onto them down there, but there's some advantages for staying underwater versus like actually just, you could cause them to come down there and you're getting decreased damage. You may be able, like you say, A gets flooded in that particular point. You're good to go. Then you have, which I cannot remember the name of the space map. But just like, there are certain suits that will do way better in space. They'll have better maneuverability. Like they showed Sky Raider was the biggest thing for that. But with that, I hope there are a lot more maps that will do something like that. They introduced a lot of maps throughout the course of this game that will take advantage of that. Or even if they do something where it's like, here's a map where there's an active volcano in there. So if you're in the range of the lava or within the crater of the volcano, you are either getting more heat or taking damage or something like that. Like, I like that aspect, and I want to see what they do with it as the game progresses, as they release new stuff. Then we had Ace Mode. Now I know I'm probably miss a whole bunch of stuff. And again, like I said before, I will put the link to the entire stream. If I didn't say it, I'm sorry. I'll put the link to the entire stream that they had in the description below, so you can watch it too and make your own opinion on how you feel about this stuff. But Ace Mode, I had said this a long time ago with playing and streaming with some people during some of the tests, that you now have the ability in the Ace Mode 3v3 to change your suit in the middle of a match. After you die, you'll get an option, it's H or something, to switch suits. That was such a big deal because there were maps that we would do where we couldn't, you didn't know what the other team had, and you just kind of hope that you had something that could counter them, or you could like handle what they had. But we had a situation where it's like I was in a Falcon, Wolf was in a Sky Raider, and they had 2 heavies and a Tricera, and that just wasn't a good mix for us. And we couldn't really counter that. At the time, you know, there's a difference. Now maybe that might have worked, but that's really good to see that they took that. There was a lot of feedback that was given for those modes, and that we see that they took that. So it lets us know that they're listening. Modular weapons are also available in Ace mode. They'll drop throughout, like later in the match, but they will drop, and they'll be random. So there's not going to be, it's always going to be this thing when it drops down. And they had it, I want to say it's for this and for Mashmack, that those weapons are, as soon as you pick them up, you can use them. Like, it's not like, oh, it doesn't, you know, work with this suit. Like, no, each suit can use them. Just are you able to use them? And then there was another thing that they showed. This was Mashback. I know I'm getting way ahead of it for this, but they showed weapons that had durability. This Warhammer thing that they were showing, and you could see on the bottom that there was, like, as he used it, the number went down. So it's like, oh, you only got so much charges or seconds or swings for this thing. I want to see more of that. I want to see a longsword, or I don't know, just a great sword or something like that. Stop myself from getting ahead to talk about other suits, but just something like that that they could put in the game. Even just like some kind of laser cannon that worked that way too. That would be interesting to see how people would handle that and how suits would handle that. Mashmack. Mashmack's a mode I really want to play a lot more of. But the things that were said in Mashmack. So a month or 2 back, me, Red Book Beyond, EG Magnum, and Ioshin did a video stream. And Mashmack was part of the thing that we kind of talked about. Like, we really want Mashmack to do good. I'm not a big extraction shooter person, but I really like it in MechaBREAK. So they added more respawn points. That didn't bother me that much. The thing that I was super, like, very, very interested in, one, they added new colossal bosses. There are different points along the map. Every enemy in Mashmack that you defeat can have a finisher on it. If you can't tell, I like the suits. I wanted all suits to have finishers. Back when we only had 4 suits that had finishers, I wanted every suit to have one. So now every suit does have a finisher. Modular weapons in Mashmack, they can just be picked up and used right away. And getting ammo for those weapons, there are different ways to get ammo by defeating people, defeating players. You can loot it off of them. Finding boxes in the area, you can get it from them, or from the boxes. There are 3 different difficulties for Mashmack. That's going to depend on your combat power. How I took it as you equip weapons or like different things, that will affect your, I looked at it as battle power. So however your combat power or battle power is, how high it is will determine which difficulty you can go into. There are 3 different difficulties for that. There are 4 ways to extract now. So you're not just stuck to, like, get the beacon and you wait for it to open the thing so you can get into it. Again, talking about the weapons that have durability, that's where they showed the Warhammer weapon, showing the durability of anything. I want more weapons that have that option on there. And the gigantic big one that I was super excited about and happy to see, and I'm hoping everyone else that's played this so far is super excited and happy to see this too. Mods are only used in Mashmack. Bruh, I was so happy to see that, because in videos we have talked about multiple times. I'm like, the way mods are done, it should only be Mashmack. It shouldn't be in the any of the versus modes, because we don't know how, outside of getting them in Mashmack, like, if people can buy them with real money. We didn't know at the time if you could buy them with real money, so you didn't have the pay to win aspect for it. We didn't know how any of that would work. And then plus, you look at every single option that you can mess with on there. There's so many different things that you can affect. Like, if you have that loadout on there, what it was before is there were loadouts and it worked for every game mode. And we had said we just want it for one game mode, and that is it. We finally, another thing we know they saw and listened to, it wasn't just from us, but we know a lot of people were saying, like, hey, can we just put the Mashmack? Like, we don't want to deal with it. Any other thing in Mashmack, we can deal with it all. and run with it that way. You still extract out weapons, you still extract out the mods, you still can get stuff from it. They also said later, at a later date, you'll be able to see like pilots in their suits customizations and stuff like that, if they've ejected out or anything. But right now, look, I'm just happy that mods are only in Mashmack right now. So then they showed the hangar that you can now, which again, another thing that we had like literally talked about, is being able to invite friends to your hangar so they can see, like, I don't know if we'll be able to customize the hangar itself, but you'll have different things in the hangar, like the gym and stuff like that you can mess with, but it's like to see your suit. Like, I really hope that they do connect all the hangars, so like you invite a friend to your lobby, it connects their hangar to your hangar so y'all can walk between them and see, or like just it connects their, I'm gonna call it docking bay, where their striker is at, with yours, so y'all can like see like how it's customized and everything like that. They, for customization of your character or your toon, there's a lot more sliders, a lot more options on there. I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna talk about it more when it gets to the battle pass and all that. But they'll have like a lot of customizations and battle passes. You can also, like, if you make a customization, you can save it and sell it. I don't know how it's gonna work yet. We gotta see, but you can sell it and get in-game currency for it to use to get other customizations. And once you set it to sell, it will stay there, so people can get that customization and use it or alter it, or I don't know how that's gonna work. And some of those customizations in the battle passes are seasonal, so it's not FOMO, but like you can guarantee that the season 0 stuff, you want to get that stuff pretty quickly. Like, you will not see that again. So and I mentioned battle pass before, so they're gonna have 3-month-long seasons for everything that has. So I don't know if the first season is gonna be Inferno like it was in some of the tests, but each one of the seasons will be 3 months long. There's gonna be 15 launch strikers when this comes out. 12 are gonna be available from the start, all of them unlocked, and then there'll be 3 suits that we have to unlock. 2 of them brand new, being Stellaris and Cinerith, and then Inferno, who in previous tests you could only get from like working in a battle pass or actually having enough currency for it. And then they'll add new suits as new seasons come out. We'll have 10 maps, 4 new maps for Ace Mode, and then a Mashmack will be in Operation Storm. Hopefully, we don't know yet, but Mashmack may have changes as seasons go on, as in like a progressive story that's happening. So, you know, there's craters or something exploded or whatever happened in the background. The battle pass will have weapon skins and cosmetics. They showed a lot of those during the stream. Weapon skins can be purchased with mission tokens. Mission tokens will be done by playing Mashmack or versus modes, like just kind of doing objectives and stuff like that. Much better than like having to buy the tokens and pay for the stuff. Like I said before, some of the content's gonna be seasonally exclusive. So season 0, almost everything in there is probably gonna be exclusive. With the 3 strikers that are gonna be, that you gotta purchase, any new strikers, you'll have a 7-day trial that you can use. So you can try them out. If you're not able to get like the mission tokens in enough time to unlock them, you can try them beforehand. Way bigger news though. Strikers, to get new strikers, you do not need to have the battle pass. All right, so that was a big, I'm not gonna say a big issue with Gundam Evolution, but like you had to buy the battle pass and then the suit separate. But you don't need it for this. You don't have to have the battle pass to get the suit. So that's a huge thing to hear. Again, it's mission tokens that you need, and they did decrease the price down. It's like 15,000 to get the suits. Stellaris and Cinerith, sorry, being the new suits. So when redacted that part, when I saw Stellaris, I immediately was like, oh, it's Dante from Devil May Cry 3 with the 2 swords. It's a lightweight, I called it duelist, brawler. It has a stealth mode, so those who play Gundam Battle Operation and play Pixie, you found your friend. We'll do a deeper dive into the suit later, but one of the things that they showed while they showed Stellaris is that melee combat got a big change when you can actually, like, the way that combos work or how other things will combo into it. Like Elisa's got a combo where, like, as it's swinging its sword, it does its 3-hit or 4-hit. It can charge the gun, shoot the gun, and then go back into swinging. Or some suits were shown to, like, do a 3-hit and then boost to, like, link them together. Or like Stellaris has, like, both swords that it can do, like, different combos. I'm a Welkin main, so I really want to see what that's going to look like with the axe. But just to see that they did a whole bunch of stuff with combat's really, really interesting. Cenarith, when I saw it originally, I was like, oh, it's Wing Zero, but it's a support suit. But like, it literally, to me, I was like, this is just Wing awesome though. It's Wing Zero. It can charge, like, it can do orbital bombardments, and it can charge certain ones. So the longer it charges, stronger it is. So this will put Triceras and Stegos. Yes, I said Stegos because I always said Sturgo because I wanted to say it that way. But it would put them on notice, like they can't just always sit there. I don't know if that's going to be a mainstay for like teams, but you can literally see, like, if someone's playing a Stego or a Tricera, like, you're going to assume that there's going to be one. You're probably going to see Cenarith somewhere in the map. All right, so we are almost done. I did not honestly expect it to be this long. But again, we'll do the 2 suits in a separate video. There will be rewards for squatting up. There'll be rewards for, there's a challenge, like Kris has a challenge, like if you beat him collecting mission tokens or something, you'll get emblem or something like that. There's the rewards for squatting up, like a referral event that they have going on. There's the live stream drops that they'll have once the game drops. I'm still trying to debate if, as a group, we're probably going to stream. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. They showed, which was extremely cool, an original animation featuring Falcon Custom, which is also going to be a figure / statue that you can purchase, which I really want. It's a gold Falcon that looks like it has Destiny wings, and that's pretty ballin'. They showed the requirements. I'll have them splattered up here, and it looks like they wanted to make sure this game was playable for a wide variety of people with different computers, processors, and graphics cards and all that stuff. So we'll have that up there if you want to see it. Xbox will be at a future date. It is not going to launch on the 1st, but they kind of said it wasn't that far out. PlayStation was referenced, but they said that would be later. There wasn't really a, like, oh, it's this. Outside of that, there's probably a whole bunch of other things that I missed. Off the top of my head, I can't even think of anything right now. I'm like, there's maps, there was weapons, there was, yeah, the squatting up. I don't know. The 1st is not that far away. I'm not saying I'm a no life the game, but I will be on the game. Pretty heavily, and I'll probably have, hopefully, if I don't go, I'm just not going to do this. When I say not going to do this, like, I'll record stuff and then I won't put it up because I'll go, oh, this is terrible, I don't want anyone to see this. Hopefully I don't do that and I just put up stuff when I play. But I don't know, guys, let me know what excites you about this. What are you excited to see? I want to see more of the animations that they're going to do for every suit, because each suit, or striker in the game has a pilot. All those pilots have stories. You'll get separate skins for those pilots on their strikers while you play the game. I want to see some of these, what they're actually doing in the world. They said we'll get comics maybe. They'll do their music. They previewed one of the songs for it. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it copyrighted, but I just want to see, like, how this grows. And why I say it this way, and it just kind of popped in my head, I wanted Overwatch to do this when Overwatch came out, and Overwatch didn't do any of this. Overwatch had such good stuff, and they've, like, why do we not have an animation for Overwatch? Or like there's like why? I want this to do that. But guys, again, the first is right around the corner. We're almost there. Just a couple days. Hopefully I do pre-download stuff for it. I don't know. We'll see what it does. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's amazing. And I'll see you out there with Welkin. And if you're on my team, just know I'm gonna hit the F button if someone gets down in front of me, because I just want to see that. Hopefully there's iframes, but if not, I'm just gonna take that risk. Anyway, guys, we will see y'all next time with some more videos, with some more MechaBREAK, probably Gundam, and other stuff that I have not posted yet. But we'll see you soon. Peace.
Hello， 大家好，我是这个 Kris 哈。黑豹，大哥看黑豹。
这个黑豹又来找我。
我超级系可不是吃干饭的呀。
电楼，打电楼，现在打。
Oh my！ 不球玩的菜皮筋在最前线跳来跳去，这种肾上腺素分泌的感觉，这就是老舍啊，家人们！